Thank you, Coach, for being here with us. Thank you, Jeremiah. Coach, it's your last game here in this AfroBasket. I don't especially want to speak about the game. I want you to share what you think about this first experience in AfroBasket here.
Well, I had a great time. I came and coached in the qualifiers in November 2020 and had a great time here in Kigali. The people of Rwanda are fantastic. Anytime you can try to help improve the game of basketball or be a part of the game of basketball on any level, for me, especially in Africa, it's a positive. So,
Yeah.
so I enjoyed my time here.
Same question, Jeremiah.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Can you share something about this experience here in AfroBasket?
This experience was great for me, to be coached by a storied head coach and a great coaching staff.
Yes, indeed.
To represent my country for the first time, to be part of this team meant a lot, meant the world to me. And I was just happy to be here. The people in Rwanda was great, the staff, the experience was great other than losing this early.
Question, colleagues?
Jeremiah, Nigeria obviously had a busy summer. A different team went to the Olympics, and then you came here and played at the AfroBasket. What do you think you're going to take from this experience when you go back? You're still playing in France, right? At Caen?
I'm not going back to Caen, but I will be playing next year.
Okay. So how is this going to help you moving forward, and are you hoping that you're going to get another call to play for Nigeria again?
Moving forward, I think it helped me tremendously, just learning different aspects of the game at a high level, learning how to compete at this high of a level, different concepts that the coaches introduced to us individually and collectively. I definitely want to use this to continue in my career, and I for sure hope to get called back to play and represent my country for the national team.
Yes, good afternoon, Coach. A hard-fought one, your first time in AfroBasket. And tell us, overall, look at the whole 16 teams and pick as an NBA coach, a champion for that matter. If you find one player that is worthy from any of the 12 teams to make it to the NBA from Africa.
I don't know. I wasn't watching the players to see who's an NBA player or not. I mean, you got Gorgie Deng, he's already in the NBA, but I don't know. I don't know who else is on every team. The number 15 for Uganda, he's young. He's 18. He's a really, really good player for a young person. But who knows what's going to happen the next 2-3 years? If his game develops, he might have a chance. So it's not an easy question for me to try to figure out who could play in the NBA because I wasn't looking for that. I was just looking to try to help our team try to win games. But Gorgie Deng is a guy that could play in the NBA. He's played for many years.
Mike, the actual qualifiers for the World Cup have actually had their draw today. Do you anticipate or what is going to happen with Nigeria for those qualifiers?
I won't be able to coach because we'll be in season. But the thing about it is with the long busy summer and with the AfroBaskets or FIBA Africa deciding to have the AfroBasket now, it made it a little harder on our pool of selection of players. So we may have some of the same guys back, but there's a good chance that we may have a completely different team with maybe one or two guys that are saying we don't know. We got to kind of circle the wagon and take a deep breath from this long summer, and then figure it out in about maybe a month or so, maybe a couple, 2-3 weeks of who we're going to ask to come play or represent Nigeria in the first qualifier.
Coach, your team seems to struggle in this tournament against zone defense. Will it be the first stone of the rebuilding of the Tigers?
I don't know if it's rebuilding.
Reconstruction of the.
I don't know if it's reconstruction either. We just the team that we brought in November, the team that we brought in February, we didn't struggle versus zone. We probably won every game on average about 20 points or something like that. And it's just a different team. just like the next time around, we may bring a different team. And if we bring a different team, maybe we do a little bit better against the competition. Maybe we do a little bit better against the zone. Okay. But I thought we didn't just struggle against zone. We also struggled against man. I thought, was it 2 nights ago against the Ivory Coast?
Yeah.
They did a great job with their man-to-man defense and making it hard for us. And a couple of times we got to the rim for layups, and we missed the layups. We missed a lot of layups against the Ivory Coast. We missed a few layups tonight. And so, I wouldn't just say we struggled against zone. I thought, there were times throughout the course of the games versus the better teams that we struggled a lot on offense.
Okay. Last question. Okay, Coach, we really want to thank you for being here in AfroBasket, and I wish you a nice return back home. Have a time to rest with your family and move forward to the Golden State Warriors. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I had a great time here. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, John, for being here with us. Uganda's Silverbacks advance to their first ever quarterfinal in AfroBasket. First word, Coach.
It's hard to put into words, but all I could say is I'm extremely proud of our group. I'm so humbled and proud to coach them. It's the best collective group of people and players that I've ever been around. It's just so much fun. I'm extremely grateful to be a part of this. Not having Ugandan roots, believe it or not, for them to allow me to come in and be a part of this and to help them, it's great. And we have an unbelievable support system back home. The amount of messages and reach out that we get from people back home, just saying how proud they are of us. I'm just extremely proud of the group. Been with this guy for 3 years now. Our first game together, we lost against Nigeria by 40 points. So to still be here today and to see it come full circle is, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm humbled to be a part of it, to be honest.
John, when I remember what happened to your team in February in Monastir, and I see you qualify for the quarterfinal, it's amazing. Can you share us something?
No, it's surreal, you know, just to be able to do this. A lot of people don't get to do it, and just to come out here and be a part of history, you know, and be a role model for the kids hooping in Uganda, and just, it's amazing.
Questions?
I guess maybe for both of you, it's around the world, people don't know this, but people maybe in Africa and certainly in Uganda and definitely people involved in Ugandan basketball know that you're really up against it in terms of just being able to practice, you know, things that maybe some federations have the luxury of having numerous gyms to pick all over the country, whereas in Uganda, there's not even a place to play effectively. Can this performance at this AfroBasket perhaps serve as impetus to really galvanize the country and to help something positive, you know, some momentum towards investing in basketball and showing a genuine belief in the players and the sport?
Yeah, I'll take it first. I think what I think is most impactful and will be impactful in the future is the influence that these players, somebody like DENG, for example, will have on that young generation. I grew up in Chicago rooting for the Chicago Bulls. You know, these guys are Uganda's Chicago Bulls. For the 5 and 6, 7-year-olds out there, there are going to be kids that are going to start playing the game more and more because of a win like this. And we don't focus on that when we go through the process of playing, but I think when you take a step back and you think about the bigger picture and you kind of broaden your perspective about the impact that you can have on the country and on the nation, especially for generations to come, I think it gives you a little extra motivation to understand that you're working with people for something that is just so much more meaningful than your own individual goals. Just for example, when I was first offered this job, I was 28 years old, and I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to throw on the resume and, you know, potentially become a head coach one day. I'll have head coach on my resume, and I just didn't realize, you know, by the grace of God, that this would be the best thing that ever happened to me for more reasons than just coaching experience. So I guess to answer your question in short, before I continue to ramble,
No.
I'm
Go
so
ahead,
happy.
Coach.
I
Go
guess.
ahead.
I just think that, you know, we follow a process of trying to get better individually and as a group to win these basketball games with a genuine understanding of how meaningful it is to win the basketball games and the impact that it has on the nation and generations. So again, I'm proud of our guys, and I think that it can only go up from here, you know. So
I think just like Coach said, you know, there's strength in numbers. The more kids that want to play basketball in Uganda, the more opportunities they're going to open up, and the more people they're going to see that their kids want to play and looking to try to, you know, fund more gyms and just keep it going.
Yeah.
Coach, so many outstanding players within your team today, but Robinson Apong was just hit some massive shots early in the game and late when Nigeria were pushing. And Ishmael Wainwright, the last 2 games especially, has just been such a leader. We spoke in commentary about that Uganda has so many speedsters and high flyers and great shot makers, and Ishmael Wainwright just does things at his own pace and does multiple things for your country.
Yeah, I think the most incredible thing about Ish that nobody sees unless you're around him and around the team is the legitimate impact that he has on the culture of our group. He's a connector. He's just a team guy. He's an NBA player that you would never know it just by having a meal with him with our team. Just a very humble guy that is so grateful to be a part of this, and I'm extremely grateful just to have him around. I know all the guys are. Robinson Opong, I've been with him from the very first game that I coached with this group, and when that guy gets hot, man, people talk about the zone, people talk about being in flow. You saw it tonight. He was unconscious. There was nothing else in the gym that was on his mind other than the ball going in the hoop. And it's just an incredible thing to watch. You know, when I think we should start attacking the basket, I'm like, oh, well, maybe we should just call another play for Robinson, and doesn't even hit the rim. So credit to him. He was unbelievable. We shot the ball well from 3 as a team. I think the key to the game was our defense, holding them to under 36 or 37% shooting from the field. We forced 19 turnovers. I think we had 9 or 10, something like that, maybe 14. I don't know, but the least amount that we've had over 4 games. So we're trending in the right direction offensively. This team's starting to believe more than ever. So we're just going to keep it rolling. We got another game, and we're not done.
So, Coach, you've got another game, and you play Cape Verde next. Your view on that?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
I'm saying your next game, you play Cape Verde. Your comment on that?
They're great.
Rested, the team. The Cape Verde
Yeah, they're
rested.
they're rested. They're rested, and they're very talented. They're more talented than they were when we played them in November of 2020. They've got that big guy in the middle, Tavares, who's a great player and poses a lot of problems for us. But just like every other game, every game poses a unique challenge, and we're gonna go back, enjoy a meal, sleep, watch the film, practice, watch film on them, jump it up in a couple of days and see what happens. So
You share the same hotel. What, do you talk to each other?
not
Or
really.
you smile at each other when you pass?
Not really. I talk to our guys. Yeah.
John, last question. Have you got a word for the fans in Uganda?
Thanks for the support, and just keep showing love. We definitely feel it, and we notice it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much, and thank you for the coming game.